I woke up to the world in a bit of a mess. When I say woke, I mean gradually becoming conscious of the truth that humans create a whole lot of problems. The environmental disrespect, corruption, the basic lack of dignity, trust, and freedom. My name is Pasco, and I'm going to share with you my story of positive impact, the lessons I've learned so far, and how you too can make the impact you choose. Back in 2014, I was working for Vice as a photojournalist, and I made the privileged choice to become an investigative environmental journalist. Focused and brave, I flew to Mexico, aiming to make my name as a fearless journalist on the front line. I was an intrepid explorer, a lone wolf. No, I was a foolish and naive boy. Being a foreigner and pointing out another culture's problems was pretty dumb, dangerous, and downright depressing. Here I learned that pointing a finger at a problem isn't a solution. I ended up abandoning the entire story. Having spent months on the project and all of my savings, I felt completely lost to my direction. That week, I found myself kicked out of my hostel, sleeping on a doorstep, tired and fed up with the choices that had led me there. During this particularly intense week of self-discovery, I came to realize I could turn the investigative journalism method on its head. I realized that there were also hidden positive actions people were taking all over the world, all of the time, that rarely make the headlines. It suddenly became so blindingly obvious how biased our news and information really is. Painting a picture for the world to be full of dynasties, danger, and distrust. It's this misrepresentation that is the real threat. Fear can create immobilization. But I've learned that the opposite, hope, creates inspiration, movement, and resilience. Hope gives us the perspective to see the impossible possible. It allows us to look over the negative and believe in the version of the future we want to help bring about. So I began, and still continue, to create positive video journalism for Al Jazeera, one of the many news organizations seeing the benefits of diversifying our news. I've told stories of heroic volunteers saving lives in Calais of refugees. I've told stories of non-binary Muslim drag queens expanding our understanding of identity and acceptance. I've told stories of inspirational food waste solutions and migrant artistic inspiration. This was a pretty tangible impact, empowering the individual, seeing view counts online, the shares and comments. It felt amazing to be able to see what my impact was capable of. But I still hungered for more. You could say that I'd formed some sort of addiction to the impact I was capable of. Shortly after this Mexican meltdown come transformation, my good friend Luke contacted me from England and outlined a genius idea, a concept that looked to solve many of society's most pressing problems, such as loneliness, community cohesion, trust, funding, and belonging. Inspired by my friends, I started calling myself a social entrepreneur, reinventing the way people give. Over the next 3 years, we formed a team. We argued, researched, tested, and toiled over the concept. And This is where I learned that big impact takes far longer than you can ever imagine. And this year, finally, our social enterprise, Dignity Platform, was born. Dignity Platform is a skills marketplace to find maybe a painter, a photographer, an accountant, or a gardener, knowing that all the money you pay goes to charities that you choose. You can request skills you need or offer skills you have, knowing that the money will go to the charity that you love. Dignity Platform invites everyone to be part of the growing tribe of people who are looking to make a positive impact in the world. As you might imagine, this has fulfilled my positive impact aspirations for now. The prospective scalability and sustainability of the project are what keep me giving. I'd like to finish by sharing one more lesson I've learned on this road to impact. While new social tech might improve society's systems and positive news might inspire others into action, there is one more way we can all have a profound impact. I've learned that real positive change always comes down to our everyday behavior. Our actions dictate political decisions, the economy, and beliefs. And so, the greatest impact comes from when we consciously choose love over fear. What do I mean by choose love? I mean choosing bravery, choosing a smile over a frown, choosing to forgive rather than resent, choosing to buy something eco-friendly over something cheap, choosing to trust a stranger before fearing them, choosing an ethical bank, a green electricity provider, moral investments, to eat less meat or to eat more organic food. And yes, consciously choosing the right thing might take more time, energy, or effort. But I've learned that worthwhile actions are worth their while. Good things take good time, like a slow-cooked meal, or a long-lasting friendship, or a handmade gift. I've also learned that you have to know you have the choice. No matter what position you find yourself in, there is always something you can do to enhance and add to our collective positive progression. And even if it's small, it's still significant because you chose bravery. So this is the biggest impact we can all have. I've learned it's far easier to change our own behavior than someone else's. And because we all copy one another, monkey see, monkey do, we all learn together. We all find our moral boundaries together. And the ripple effect is profound. When you see someone else doing something positive, you are far more likely to go out and act in the same way. I believe that the only way this world is going to improve is together. So, if you are awake or conscious of your impact, you now have the choice and the responsibility to decide whether your actions come from a place of love or fear. I'd like to end by asking you all to think of one simple thing you can do today to have a positive impact. Thought of something? Okay, now I'd like you to share it with the person next to you. Person with the longest hair goes first. Okay, all shared? Okay. I woke up to the world in a bit of a mess. Now I choose to wake up with a positive perspective, one of hope.